Hi, I'm Lone Candle. The NFL is effectively a monopoly and in cahoots with subscription services to force you to sign up for services you don't want just to watch a football game. The NFL Sunday Ticket package has an argument that you couldn't watch the out-of-market games anyways, so you really are gaining something from the service. Although the NFL could stream them for free with commercials. Thursday and Monday night games have the same argument. Unless you lived in the local broadcast market, you couldn't see those games anyways, so you have the opportunity to see more football than you otherwise could. But playoff games that for decades have been available for everyone with a TV and antenna, having these available only on a subscription service is forcing people to pay for something that they previously got for free. The free market can be a beautiful thing, by which competition provides the incentives for people to innovate and work hard to produce goods and services for each other. In a moral free market system, the reason a company makes more money is because they provided a service or product that the customer wanted and that improved their life. If a new product costs more, people are willing to pay for it because it's better in some way. This is not what's going on here. The NFL makes money by selling rights to the playoff game to the subscription service. The subscription service makes money from selling subscriptions. But the customer, the loyal football fan, is made worse off because they are paying more for a product, not because it has somehow gotten better, but because the NFL purposely changed how they are delivering their product just simply so they can charge money, with no improvement to the actual service. Not only that, the service is worse because now we have to figure out how to sign up for some damn streaming app. And we have to remember to cancel. For those with bad or no internet, they lose the service altogether. Although those who can't get broadcast signals may actually gain access, assuming they weren't already getting it by some other means, like cable. In a working free market system, such a scheme shouldn't work, because when the NFL does a money grab, another company will offer a similar service without the extra charge and hassle. That doesn't happen because the NFL has a monopoly on Major League professional football. Yes, we can watch college, and yes, there is often a springtime minor league, and yes, there are other professional sports. But these are only meager competition, especially for those who are big fans of Major League football. If you want to watch the best of the best play at the game of football, the NFL is the only league in town. The NFL knows this, and it abuses its monopolistic power by forcing people to sign up for streaming services they don't actually want. The NFL is something like a natural monopoly, meaning a justified monopoly. Yes, they are a monopoly on Major League professional football, but this is a good thing. There is a benefit to having one major league. With one major league, we are guaranteed to see the best of the best and have a tournament that we call the playoffs that produces the best team in the world. If there were two or more leagues, there'd be no true champion, and we'd wonder what it would look like if the best players were all in the same league. So, the NFL's monopoly is justified, but because they are not restrained by competition, they must be restrained by the responsibility of being the official shepherds of the game of professional football. They have an obligation to not abuse their power and to focus on providing the best product and service at a reasonable price. Without the restraints of competition, there must be a greater role for moral restraint. For many serious NFL fans, the NFL, or at least their favorite team, is more than a product or service. It is a part of who they are. It's a community. It's a passion. It's a religious-like cult. Normally, a company can do what they want with their product, but when your product isn't just entertainment, but about producing the sacred values of love of team, love of home region, love of competition, love of excellence, love of tactics and strategy, and love of not knowing who will come out on top of the world victorious and who will end the game defeated with their head in a towel. Such a product is not just a product and obligates a greater responsibility upon its creators. Such a responsibility includes providing access to those sacred moments without limiting such access unduly for the sake of additional profit, while adding nothing to the service. For many practical purposes, the NFL is a monopoly, but I don't claim to be making a legal or even formal economic argument. It's true that on the margin, the NFL faces some levels of competition. Many viewers are not hardcore fans and will leave if the NFL abuses its power. The people who abandoned the NFL over the national anthem controversy are evidence of this. Still, even here, these are people refusing to partake in the product of Major League Football, rather than finding a suitable alternative. They may have found something else to do with their time and to occupy their attention, but it's not really a product substitution. It's only a substitution if we look at the entertainment or sport market so broadly as to make identifying the market near meaningless. The railroads could claim to have never been a monopoly because people could always transport goods on their backs. And AT&T can't be a monopoly because people can always deliver messages on foot. If all phones were Androids, Google could say, "No monopoly here, there's always landlines." Major League Professional Football is Major League Professional Football. College football, basketball, baseball, hockey, or soccer are not true substitutes. These arguments apply to the other major sports leagues as well. If you are a big NHL fan, the NFL isn't exactly an alternative product to your precious stick ice game. The NFL isn't only screwing people by making them sign up for something to get what they used to get for free. They also do so by overcharging. The Sunday ticket does not need to be hundreds of dollars. In a competitive market, there's no way such a price could stand up to scrutiny. If there were 3 major leagues, one would offer the product for a little less. Then another would go lower, and then one would go lower again until the price settled much below the monopolistic price we have today. In fact, Disney offered to stream the Sunday ticket for a price of $70 a year. This is multiples lower than what DirecTV was offering it for. The NFL rejected Disney's offer. In June 2024, a jury ruled that the NFL violated antitrust laws with the Sunday ticket through DirecTV and ordered the NFL to pay compensation. The lawsuit said the NFL and DirecTV sold the package at an inflated price and that the NFL limited competition by only offering it through DirecTV. This ruling has been appealed. Technically, the NFL is a cartel rather than a normal monopoly. A normal monopoly is when one company controls a market. The NFL is not one company, but a collection of 32 teams. These 32 teams work as a cartel to control the market for Major League Professional Football. In 1961, Congress passed the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961 to give leagues like the NFL an exception to antitrust legislation when it comes to the telecast of games. A reason the jury didn't agree that this law applied to the NFL's DirecTV deal was because Congress seemed to be referring only to broadcast television, not satellite. This law was Congress officially acknowledging the NFL and other major sports leagues as monopolistic cartels. In a lawsuit between the NFL and the USFL, a jury ruled that the NFL maintained monopoly power. So, both Congress and a jury have declared the NFL some sort of monopoly. Scholars publishing in the International Journal of Sports Finance ran a model that suggested that the NFL had market power during the seasons they tested. Conclusion. Given modern technology, if the NFL wanted to, they could offer every out-of-market game for free on the internet with commercials. Or they could sell rights to every out-of-market game to multiple services and let those different services compete on the price of the package to consumers. Instead, they give these rights to one company who has a monopoly on these NFL games, and this package doesn't include Monday Night Football, which sometimes requires ESPN. It doesn't include Thursday Night Football, which requires Amazon Prime Video. It doesn't include the London games, which are on the NFL Network, and doesn't include other random games that are on other subscription services like Peacock or Netflix. So, not only does the NFL purposely give one company a monopoly on these games, the package kind of sucks because it doesn't even include all the games. The major saving grace for this mess is at least we are usually talking about out-of-market games that fans wouldn't be able to watch anyways. But A, the NFL could offer these games for free or through multiple services and in a package that truly included all games. And B, spending hard-earned money and going through the hassle of signing up for a subscription service is even required on games that used to be available to everyone for free, like playoff games. Playoff games are like holy, sacred rituals that all must have access to, or else they lose a part of their soul. To take away the broadcasted access and replace it with an annoying subscription service is not only an act of monopoly, but an act of the fallen angel Lucifer himself. The NFL is able to get away with this because it effectively holds a monopoly on Major League Professional Football. This monopoly has been acknowledged by Congress and the courts. The sport, league, and teams we love shouldn't be used to drain monopolistic profits from fans. In a competitive market, such behavior would be out-competed by another company. The monopoly is a good thing, so we can see the best of the best in one league and a final tournament that produces the ultimate, final, dare I say, super game. Society essentially grants the NFL permission to have a monopoly when normal companies would not be allowed to. The NFL needs to stop abusing this prestigious role and make sure its games, especially playoff games, are available without extra cost or hassle. I'm Lone Candle. Like me, comment me, love me. Hut! Hut! Hey! Touchdown! Boom! Beat up! Boom! Boom! Oh yeah, that's way too loud for this microphone. Subscribe.